example, let's go into items and services. We have a list of all my items and services here. I'm going to add in a new stock item. Therefore, I'm going to go down to Item, select New, and the following screen will appear. I'm going to choose Stock Part for today. In this example, I'm going to imagine that I'm selling office chairs. What I need to do first of all is go to the item name and number, and I'm going to add in office chairs. What I then need to do is go down. I'm going to add in a description. I need to enter in the cost price. I can confirm the VAT and cost of goods sold account. I then have the sales information. Once again, I can put in a description. I can put in the sales price along with sales VAT code. And once again, I need to choose the correct income account here. What I then need to do is enter in the stock information. What I can do at this point is I can add in how many on hand that I currently have available. You will notice that I also have a reorder point as well. This is the amount I will get down to before QuickBooks reminds me to order more. The reminder will appear in my company menu, which is accessed from the main toolbar and then clicking on Reminders. When I'm setting up the company for the first time, as you can see, I've entered there the on-hand amount. At this point, I can click on OK. As we can then see on the item list, I can then see the additional two columns which represent total quantity on hand and on sales order. However, once QuickBooks is set up and I'm using it for my ongoing accounts management, the way that QuickBooks calculates quantity and value of stock on hand is by adding in purchases and subtracting sales for each stock item. For this reason, it is important to always buy and sell the same item for everything we need QuickBooks to track stock on. As an example, if I buy an item called office chairs and then sell a different item called chairs for sale in this example, then QuickBooks will show lots of office chairs on hand and a negative quantity of chairs for sale. This is because I did not buy and sell the same item. What I'm now going to do is raise an invoice for 10 office chairs. I would select Invoice, create my invoice. I'm going to select my customer, enter in my item, which is office chairs. I'm going to enter in a quantity, and I'm then going to press Save and Close. Now, at this point, if I go back to Items and Services, if I highlight Office and Chairs for you, you will notice here that the total quantity on hand column has changed and tells me that I only have 90 office chairs remaining in stock. Anytime an invoice or a sales receipt is raised, the amount of stock will reduce accordingly. Now, to order stock, I will begin by entering a bill or creating a purchase order. Let's use an example. I'm going to create a purchase order for 20 new office chairs. I would first of all select Purchase Order. I would then select my supplier. I can fill in the tax date and any additional information here. And then what I can do is then choose my item. I've chosen office chairs. I'm going to enter in my quantity. And once I'm happy, I'm then going to press Save and Close. Once I've completed the purchase order, the next step I need to do is go to Receive Stock. When the stock is recorded as received with or without a bill, a prompt appears to let me know that there is an open purchase order against that supplier. What I can do here is I need to select my supplier, select yes, choose my open purchase order and click on OK. As you can see, that information will then be entered onto my bill for me. What I can then do at this point as well is I can enter in my reference details if required. And what I can then do is press Save and Close. Now what will then happen is I can return to my items and services list. And if we have a look at the total quantity for office chairs, you will then see that it's included the 20 chairs that I've just purchased, and I now have 110 total there. In some industries though, you may use multiple stock items to create a product that you sell on to your customer. For example, a joiner may use screws, wheels, wooden frames and plastic frames to build office chairs. QuickBooks can help you manage your stock by building an assembly item. When an assembly build has been performed, the assembly's components are deducted from stock and the quantity of assembly items is increased accordingly. To begin, I first of all need to record my assembly items in my items and services list. I can select this again from the main home page. First, I need to go down to Item in the bottom left. I then select New. I then select Stock Assembly as the type of item. Now what I will need to do first of all, I need to record the item name and number. For this, I'm going to type in Table. Next, I will then go down and complete the additional information. For example, the cost, description, sales price, and then what I will do is go straight down to Bill of Materials. Now, by clicking in the item column, I will be able to add stock items that I would need to use to make this stock assembly. I can choose and then add in the quantity. What I can then do at this point is once I've confirmed that information, what I can then do is press OK. That will then take me back to the main item and services page, and as you can see, Table has been included in there for me. So let's now have a look at how I can actually build an assembly item. To do this, I'm going to go back to the main page. And what I'm then going to do is go to Stock Activities icon on the main page. And from here, I'm going to select the option which is Build Assemblies. Or alternatively, you can click on Supplies from the main toolbar, then Stock Activities and Build Assemblies. The Build Assemblies dialog box will then appear. What I can then do by using the drop-down box is choose the assembly item. So for example, I'm going to choose Table. As you will then see, the components needed to build the item will then appear with stock levels on hand. Based on this, QuickBooks will calculate the total number of assembly items that can be built. From here, what I then need to do is complete how many of the quantity that I want to build. So I'm going to place 2. And then what I can do is press the button Build and Close. We will now take a look at how we can adjust stock levels in QuickBooks. Although QuickBooks automatically adjusts the stock quantity